I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my seat, boy. Know that.
What's up, everyone? This is your boy Big Norm. I want to welcome everyone to the Everyday Norm podcast. If this is your first time, and hopefully it should be, because this will be my first video on the channel. I want to say welcome to all my Norm Sayers, Big Norm Nation. Please go to anywhere you receive podcasts on your streaming apps, Google Podcast, Spotify, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts. Check out the Everyday Norm podcast. Become a Norm Sayer, join Big Norm Nation. Tell me what you think about this episode and previous episodes of the podcast. Check out my YouTube channel, Big Norm TV, that you can find on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. But on today, I have a very special guest with me today. This is a good friend of mine. She's actually my niece, ladies and gentlemen. Her name is Jasmine Johnson, and Jasmine is she is a entrepreneur, if you will. She has a small business, but I want you all to, I want her to let you in on her business. I'm here to promote small Black businesses. I want to educate, inform, empower, and uplift. So I have a young business owner right here with me, and I want to help her any way that I can. She has my support. Any way I can to help her move her business to the next level. So without any further delay, please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Thank you for that, pre-introduction. But my name is Jasmine Johnson. I am the CEO and founder of the Antionette Series, which is my small business that I started about a year ago. And I make decorative pillows and other hand-sewn merchandise.
Okay. All right. All right. Talking with Jasmine Johnson on the Everyday Norm podcast. Now, Miss Johnson, if you don't mind, giving people an idea of what we're talking about. Ma'am, if you don't mind, how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, she is 15 years old and she has her own business. That's very, very important. That's very, very important in this day and age. But Miss Jasmine, now, how long has the business been in fruition? How long have you had your business now?
The idea came about almost a year ago. Well, a little bit over a year ago, June 13th, 2020. Mm-hmm. But the business wasn't incorporated until around November of 2020.
November of 2020. Okay. Now, what inspired you to start your own business? You know, a lot of young ladies your age, one thing that's really not on their mind is starting a new business, things like that. So what got you interested in entrepreneurship at such a young age?
Me personally, ever since I was young, ever since I was a child, I am an only child by my mother. I was always by myself. I always like to do things myself and like to get it done and to show people that I could get things done without their support. I could take what I learned and I could make it into something better on my own.
Okay.
And it's very recognizable if you have children, to the people watching, if y'all have children or even adults. If y'all see that independent spirit, that's the entrepreneurial spirit that led me to start this business.
Okay. All right. Now you have your business consists of pillows, you said?
Yes.
All right. Now, what kind of pillows are we talking about? The sleeping pillows that we lay our heads on each and every day? What kind of pillows are you advertising or you're selling on your business?
I sell decorative pillows. So the pillows that you have like on your couch, or you wouldn't sleep on these pillows. You can put them on a couch, on a lounge chair. Mm-hmm. They're just there to look nice, to make your living space look nicer.
Okay. All right. Now, is your product currently available for purchase? Are you still in the works as far as getting everything together? Do you have the inventory that you're looking for as of right now as far as the selections? Are you still increasing your selection for your pillows?
I do have the materials available. Mm-hmm. I don't always. I've slowed down making pillows like right after. I stopped making them immediately like right after I get orders, because then I realize that I run out of inventory fast. So if someone does want to purchase a pillow, they can contact me directly, and I'll be able to show them the fabric that they'll be able to choose from and make their pillow, on the spot.
Okay. All right. Now, as a young business owner, what challenges or obstacles have you personally dealt with in starting your business? Did you feel like if you were trying to get help from someone, they were maybe trying to stonewall you, or just the process itself? What obstacles, challenges did you face in getting your business off the ground?
It wasn't too much of a challenge getting it off the ground, but it was a challenge for during the school year. I am 15 years old, and I was a freshman in high school. It's very hard trying to manage my school life with my business life and still try to merge the two at a healthy amount and still be able to get the things that I needed to done.
Okay.
But also, no one really ever, I never really had to deal with anyone in the business like industry.
Hmm.
But for the people who I have came in contact with, they've treated me well, and they've gotten me everything that I needed.
Okay. All right. Now you said you're balancing schoolwork and your business time. So, um, about roughly right now, because like you said, because you're balancing, I think maybe school is out for the time being. So, how much would you say investing time right now you're able to put into the business as far as hours per week right now?
Um, I'd say 12, 12 hours. I don't have that much traffic in my business right now, so I'd say about 12 hours a
Okay.
week.
Okay. All right. Now, would you happen to have for the audience, would you happen to have one of your examples of your one of the products that you are selling so we can show the people what kind of product you have, what it looks like, maybe the sample that you show us someone may be interested in, want to purchase right away. So you have an example to show us for your business.
Yes, I need to
Okay.
step away for just a
Okay.
second.
All right. No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with Miss Jasmine Johnson, uh, owner of the Antionette Collection, here on the Everyday Norm podcast. Want to thank her once again for taking time out to join the show. It has truly been an honor. I am recording my second guest um, on the show. This is for YouTube. So please check this out. Tell a friend about the Everyday Norm podcast that you can find on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, Stitcher, and also the Speak Life podcast you can find on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So please check that out. All right, Miss Antoinette Collection. Miss Jasmine, we have the have the sample here that she wants to show us. All right. Now, what are we looking at, Miss Jasmine?
This is, I haven't released this to the public yet, but this is just a 16-inch decorative pillow that I made, and it's actually multicolored. So this pillow was inspired by the late Kobe Bryant,
Mm.
because we know his colors were purple and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I have this pillow. This is
Okay.
a 16-inch for the people wondering.
Okay. 16-inch. Okay. Now ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was an exclusive, has not been released. She showed it to the public for the first time in memory of Kobe Bryant. She may even, I don't want to give her a name. She might give me I don't know, she may call it the Kobe pillow. I don't know, something along those lines. But she, in memory of Kobe Bryant, she made one. So all those Laker fans, all your Kobe fans, ladies, if you're looking for some more color to represent the Lakers, this is the pillow that you want to get as soon as it's available for purchase. Now, you say that's a 16-inch pillow. Do you sell them any smaller? Because I'm not familiar with pillow sizes, so I don't know what size. Now, what would that go on the bed for decoration, or would that go on the couch for decoration? Where will that one primarily go?
Um, that's all up to the customer, but just the default size that I have for customers, that I have the default size set at 16 inches.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have this one. This is a rectangular pillow. You can ask for a custom size if you want, if you need a pillow to go on your bed, I can make it whatever size you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just need to let me know. Um, I can work with whatever
Okay.
y'all need.
Okay. Now, if a customer makes places an order, roughly how long would be delivery time? If they would like to say, just let's say they just wanted to purchase maybe just one pillow right now, what would be the
Mhm.
average delivery time for one pillow?
I'll need about 3 to 5 days to make the pillow, just because I want to space out my time and get everything finished.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the shipping. I'm pretty sure it's about 1 to 2 days. It
Mm-hmm.
should never take more than that. And
Mm-hmm.
if it does, it'll probably be something like, of course, I'll alert the customer with whatever the issue is.
Okay. Now you're right. Currently in school right now. School is out for the year, but um, looking to graduate real soon. Do you have plans of going to college? And if so, what would you like to uh, major in college?
Yes, I am looking to go to college. My major, I haven't decided, but I want it to be along the lines of either business management
Mm-hmm.
or business communications. I do love talking. I love talking. I love speaking. I want to take myself further in speaking, like public speaking and things like that. So I want to go somewhere along those lines. I'm not too sure though.
Okay. All right. Now, Miss Jasmine, where can people find you on social media? The people are wondering, where can I get a pillow? Where can I get a pillow? What a pillow? Where can they find Jasmine, the Antoinette series on collection on social media? Where can they find you?
On social media, my Instagram is at the Antionette Series, which is spelled the same way as my business name, just the Antionette Series.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a Facebook page. It's
Mm-hmm.
also at the Antionette Series.
Mm-hmm.
And if you all want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at the Ant Series. That's
Mm-hmm.
TheAntSeries.
Okay. All right. Now, for those who didn't catch all that, don't worry. I'll have a link of every last one of our social media in the description below. So don't worry. You can find her. And also, this young lady, this young business owner, ladies and gentlemen, she hasn't mentioned it, but I know because I support her. She also has a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. She also has a podcast. So, Miss Jasmine, could you tell them about your podcast as well?
Yes, my podcast. I released it a few weeks ago. It is Becoming the Blueprint with Jazzy Antoinette. And that's just the name that I'm marketing myself with. But Becoming the Blueprint with Jazzy Antoinette, it's basically going to be a podcast where me and I'll invite guests on to speak about things that teenagers deal with, because not many people know, or not many people are taking the time to realize and understand suicide rates. They're going up, whether it be with teenagers or adults. And there's things that people go, there are things that happen in people's brains that need to be talked about. There are issues that people just don't know how to deal with. And I wanted to create a space where we can all openly speak about it and maturely find a solution to the problem.
Okay. All right. Well, those sound like very interesting topics, very important, and they do need to be discussed. So I thank you for having the platform to share those with. And remember, her name of the podcast is called, I'm sorry, brain fart, the Making the Blueprint with Jazzy
Becoming,
Antoinette. Becoming the Blueprint. I'm sorry.
yes,
Becoming the Blueprint with Jazzy Antoinette. Now you can find this. Now I know this because I use Spotify. You can definitely catch her podcast on Spotify and I think Google Podcasts. Are you available on Apple Podcasts by any chance? Okay.
yes, I am.
For all my iPhone users, you can catch her on Apple Podcasts as well. Now, Ms. Jasmine, before we leave here, and this is the Everyday Norm Podcast, talking with Jasmine Johnson, CEO of the Antionette Collection, Antionette Series, and also the host of Becoming the Blueprint on Apple Podcasts. what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about starting a business, whether they're your age or even older, but they feel that they got too many obstacles, it's not for them, or they just don't know where to start? What would your advice be to the next young entrepreneur, someone who's getting started just like you? What advice would you give them?
Um, Before I do mention, I do want to say that I have a YouTube video coming out on this. On my YouTube channel, it's Jazzy Antionette. I have a YouTube video coming out giving advice to young business owners who are just starting up, and that'll be coming out later. But my main advice that I have for any entrepreneur who's looking to start up, don't ever get discouraged or don't give up just because you're not getting any traffic within your business. You always just have to trust the process. If you have the idea and if you have the initiative, the drive, the ambition to want to start the business, if you have that and to want to keep it going, don't ever just give up or feel like giving up just because something isn't working right at that point in time. My biggest advice to a lot of people who don't even have businesses is just to trust the process and to keep moving forward no matter what is thrown at you.
Okay. All right. Now, I do want to ask this because many times when you have a business or you're starting a business, it seems like that everyone that you want to share your business with, somehow they make themselves some kind of executive or some type of
Mhm.
assistant, and they have a whole bunch of different ideas for your business. But nonetheless, they're not a part of that business. So, how are you able to? Because people have different ideas or suggestions. How do you go about, determining what's best for you, what's not best for you, based on your company? Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. But what's going to set out your company? Because I haven't seen any other. Not saying I know there are other pillow companies, but I haven't seen anyone promoting a pillow company like you have. So what will set your business, your company apart from anyone else?
My business, what I focus on, not only as someone who sells things, but the message behind why I make the pillows. My my motto is promoting positivity, comfort, positivity, and peace. And I want everyone who receives one of my pillows, the goal is for them to feel comfortable and be at peace with themselves, to reach a certain point in their life where they can just sit and relax and calm down, um, away from the entire world. And I see it as it's just my message behind my intent behind the business, what I want people to what I want people to feel when they purchase my product.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, have you set an official release date for your product, or is it available now? Tell us more about that. Can people still order publicly? Now, I know you and I. If I wanted to order a pillow, I just give you a call. Hey, can you make me a pillow? And that'd
Yeah.
be fine. But to the rest of the public, do you have an official release date? Is it up and running right now? Or are you still in those phases before your official release?
Yes. My business has already been released. The only thing, all would have to be done, you can just contact me through either email or, like I said, DM me on Instagram or Facebook. Let me know like what kind of fabric you're looking for. I'll con I'll go I'll have a conversation with you about which fabric you're looking for, the kind of feel you want,
Mhm,
whatever size. I'll do all that. All people have to do is just come to me directly
mhm.
and I'll be able to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's episode, our first episode of the Everyday Norm podcast that you can find on YouTube. I want to thank Miss Jasmine Johnson for coming on, my very first guest on YouTube, to share her experiences and share her company. Be on the lookout for this company. I want to promote small businesses. I want to help them get to the next level any way I can. So if that means getting the message out, getting the word out, and if you know someone that has a small business who's listening to this broadcast right now, please hit me up. Let me know. I would love to talk to them and get them on the show. But I want to thank Jasmine once again. Please check out once again. I'll have a description for all of her contact and the links in the description below. So don't worry about it. You'll have plenty of ways to get in touch with her. Okay. But I want to thank Miss Jasmine Johnson for sharing her business with us, opening up to us. And I congratulate her for being having such ambition at a young age, being focused on having something that she can call her own. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a very beautiful thing. So thank you, Miss Jasmine Johnson. Once again, I want to thank everyone who has supported the Everyday Norm podcast. Please go to our Facebook page, Everyday Norm Podcast, become a Norm Sayer, join Big Norm Nation. Tell me what you think about this episode and previous episodes of the podcast. You can also hit me up if you have an idea, suggestion, or comment at bignorm507 at gmail.com. That's bignorm507 at gmail.com. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Everyday Norm podcast. I'm your host, Big Norm. I love you all with the love of Jesus, and I will leave you with these words. Let's look upward and not downward. Let's go forward and not backwards. Always lend a helping hand in Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you. Thank you, Miss Jasmine. And we're going to see you in the next video.
I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my OG boy. Day we hustle, but the night we